Yo, what's up, fam? It's Monday, 13th of March, 2023. Hope everyone is having a blessed day. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. I want to give a shout out to my kid's mom. Happy birthday. Other than that, I like to just get started. I don't have a lot of time. I'm on my lunch break. But I want to talk today about the sabotage that's going on in the United States by the government. Yeah, you guys heard me right. The government, our own government, is sabotaging our country. Now, to be a little bit more specific, I'm talking about specifically the train derailments. There are numerous amount of train derailments going and happening throughout the whole country. The main one started in Ohio. That was a mess. It's toxic waste released into the water, into the air, evacuated the whole town. Then they told everybody to come back, that it was safe, yet they were finding animals dying, birds, fish, people were getting sick, nausea, headaches, migraines, stuff like that. But yet they said it was safe to come back, and the area was still contaminated. There were scientists that were being flown in to take samples of the water and study it, and before they even got to the site, their airplane went down in a crash, and they never made it to do those test samples. Now the thing is, they're offering people money for their homes, and they're trying to get everybody to get out the town and buy them out. And you gotta figure out why this happened. And when you connect it to everything else that's happening around the country, Ohio's not the only place. Like, people are being displaced from their homes throughout the entire United States. These train derailments that are happening, happen in Ohio, happen in West Virginia, happen in Texas, happen in South Carolina, one happened in Michigan. And in Texas also. And the majority of these trains were carrying toxic materials, toxic waste materials, chemicals that are hazardous to humans. A lot of these derailments, when they came off the tracks and they crashed the cars or the trains, they weren't even breached. They were breached after the government decided that it was the right thing to do, and it made most sense to them to actually, for them to go and breach the toxic rail car, the toxic cars that were connected with the train that contained this toxic and hazardous material, and they purposely breached the train cars to release this toxic material so that they could set it on fire and burn it up, which caused toxic chemicals to go out and filter into the air. So it's like a double dose of the toxic materials being put out into the atmosphere and the water as well. So now you're getting two kind of contaminants in two different areas. One is the air and one is the water. Now, why is this important? Well, the air, obviously, we breathe it. We need, cleaner air so we could breathe and function properly without having health problems as far as with our respiratory systems and stuff like that. But when we're talking about the water, the water got contaminated big time. And if the fish that ended up dying in the water that was contaminated, if it's that bad and it's causing the fish to die and the sea life, what's it going to do to us? I mean, that's our drinking water. So right now, these accidents that are happening and accidental spills and contaminations of our drinking water, you know, that's going to lead to a big problem throughout the entire country, because that's our main drinking water source. Those rivers and those dams, okay? The majority of them are being poisoned with these toxic materials. And if it wasn't done, and if it isn't being done intentionally, why so many are happening at the same exact time? You guys got to ask yourself that question. I mean, if one happens and it don't happen after that, fine. Okay, you can see that as an accident. But, I mean, you got to have common sense. You got to be paying attention to the things in this world. You got to care about what goes on in this world and care about what happens to us as human beings, to be aware of this stuff that is going on. And for more than 5 train derailments with toxic materials being spilled, I mean, it got to make you think. And after the first time, the way they handled the whole situation, it was a total F-up. You know what I'm saying? They handled that situation so poorly and so unprofessionally. And they weren't being safe or taking any safety protocols or anything. They just said, oh yeah, you guys could come back after a couple of days. Everything's safe. Everything's good, you know. But themselves, they would not come. Like the owners of the railroad tracks that promised they were going to come to the town meeting and discuss their plans with the people of the town. They didn't even show up for that meeting. That made a lot of people skeptic about the answers that they were giving to the public about everything being safe and people being able to return to their homes. Because if these people that are responsible for these accidents happening won't even show up to the town's meeting to explain to the people their plan and how they're going to fix things, how they're going to make it better. I mean, if they don't even show up to the town, they're kind of telling you something with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's their responsibility. So the thing is, a lot of people are being displaced from their homes because of these accidents that are happening, these sabotage events. And it's not only with that. I mean, you could see what's going on with all the fires, all the hurricanes, all the crazy weather that's been happening, all the flooding. Like, thousands and thousands of people are being displaced from their homes. And what are happening to them? Where are they being sent? What options are they being given? And that's where it's going to lead to those 15-minute cities. They're going to round up all those people that are without homes or being displaced and don't have no place to go, who are homeless, who are on the streets, sleeping in tents and shelters and stuff like that. They're making places for these people to put these people in. That's why they're emptying all the Walmarts and all the Targets and all the Kmarts and shutting down all those big ass warehouse stores. Because they're gonna make those places into like FEMA camps or centers where all these people could go. And when they're there, they're gonna have total control of what you do, where you go, what you eat, how you handle your daily business and all that. Because you're gonna be dependent on them. You're gonna be in need of their assistance. And therefore, they're going to feel they have some kind of control over you and your livelihood. So, I mean, this is a whole plan. This is a whole agenda for the whole United States. And it probably goes beyond that. And if you guys don't see it, this is a wake-up call. That's why I'm doing this video, because a lot of people don't watch the news. And a lot of people are not paying attention to current events that happen. Like, I'm all about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't into no bullshit no more. You know, I see everything that's going on, and I've been recognizing the signs for a couple of years now. So I've been digging deep, and I've been diving in, you know, and this is all biblically related as well. And all the answers that we seek, all the answers that we need to know, you can find them all in the Bible. Ask for spiritual guidance and get into the Bible and start reading it, because all the answers to a lot of the questions that we have are in there. You just have to search them out and find them. Like, all this has been spoke about in the Bible. Like, all this has been prophesied from years and years and years ago. Like, I mean, this stuff is really actually happening, and it's kind of scary, because it's making us realize that we're living in those times, and we got to get our shit right, and we got to get our shit together. We have to prepare for the events that are taking place right now and that are going to eventually affect us. Because right now in this moment, it might not be affecting you directly, but little by little it's trickling in to all the states. Like, it may be affecting 1, 2, 3 states here and there and stuff, but it's trickling across other states and other areas and other countries. And all this stuff is major. All this stuff is happening, and it's slowly going to happen everywhere. And what's going on with that water, they're going to take control of all the water, and the water prices are going to go up skyrocketing, just like the gasoline did when they had that little crisis with the gas. It's going to happen with the water. And if you guys can't see that, see all this leading to that, you best believe it. You know, my recommendation is stock up on water, have an abundance of water stashed away, because when that day comes and they're saying the water is no longer drinkable because it's contaminated, it's poisonous to our health, and we can't drink it, they're going to have all the water. And we're going to have to go to them to get all the water. If you have wells, if you have a supply of water in a farm or something like that, they're going to come to your farm, and they're going to come to your place, and they're going to make sure that they know where you're at. And then they're going to come and confiscate your land and your water as well. I mean, there's no getting away from this. I mean, they are really, really out to dominate and to control the entire planet and every single human being on this planet. And if you ain't running with their program, you're going to get eliminated. Simple as that. So I hope you guys are riding with God. I hope you are spiritually inclined to do the things that God wants us to do, and to live the way He wants us to do, because that's the only way that you're going to be saved from all this. By handling your business the righteous way, the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all happening, and there's nothing we could do about it. The only thing we could do is prepare as best as we can for it, so that when it does come to us, we're able to handle it and possibly ride it through. Possibly be of help to other people that we care about, or maybe that don't understand the nature of this reality, what we're going through, and they don't prepare. You know, it might be our neighbor, it might be a relative. You know, I mean, not everybody's going to take this seriously. Not everybody's going to be paying attention. A lot of people are going to be caught slipping. And I feel bad for those people. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, they got a lot of people with the distractions. Like, people are still watching fucking baseball games, football games, going to events, watching concerts. You know what I'm saying? Going out to eat, you know, going and hanging out and blowing all their money on irrelevant shit. You know what I'm saying? And when things get really bad, you're going to wish that you had done all that, and that you had prepared for yourself and for your family, especially if you got children. Because those are the ones that are going to be affected the most, the kids. Because, you know, we'll do anything for our kids. We'll do anything to make sure they got food in their stomachs, to make sure that they're safe. You know what I'm saying? Start now, while we still have an opportunity, because the shit hasn't come to us directly yet. It's starting to. And you could see, even where I'm at in Puerto Rico, they're talking about the water drying up over here. They're talking about us going through a drought and everything getting all dried up. Now they're talking about us possibly having some forest fires and dry spells and dry fires and stuff like that in the forest and all that because it hasn't rained in a few days. I mean, really? Now it don't rain for 3 or 4 days. Now is a possibility that everything is going to be set on fire because things are so dry. Like, that's kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't happen that quick. It don't happen that fast. You know what I'm saying? There got to be something to cause that fire. Whether it be a cigarette, whether it be somebody having a campfire and not properly putting it out, or somebody purposely sabotaging the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much of a coincidence that this shit is happening throughout the whole entire United States, all at the same exact time, and nobody connects the dots. Nobody thinks that it's related. Everybody thinks it's just a coincidence. I mean, how gullible are people? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's who you are and stuff like that, really, good luck, because you ain't gonna last too long in this world. The way things are gonna happen right now, the way things are going down, you know. But I'm trying to put you on right. I'm trying to give you a heads up, warning. You know, I'll be doing my homework. I'll be paying attention to everything. You know, that way I could be prepared for myself, for my family. You know, and I get a lot of slack. I mean, a lot of people give me a lot of heat because I'm always talking about the same shit. I'm always keeping them updated with the current events, always letting them know what's going on. You know, hey, we need more water. Hey, we need more food. Hey, we need to stock up on this. Hey, we need to stock up on that. And people just blow me off like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, okay, I'm going to be good. I want you guys to be good too. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all going to need each other. We're all in this together. You know, it's us against the people that don't want us here no more. The people that are trying to take over our land, our businesses, our livelihood, our freedom. They're trying to take everything from us. Bill Gates even said, you guys are going to own nothing and you're going to be happy. You guys need to watch that TED Talk he did, talking about the vaccines and depopulation agendas that they have that have to do with the vaccines. You know what I mean? So, you know, my bad I'm saying it like that, but, you know, the algorithm, I don't want them to take down my video before it even goes out. But, yeah, I mean, there's information everywhere. You guys just need to go out and look for it, you know? Like, I found it, you know? And my information are all connected with the Bible. Like, I read the Bible to confirm every little bit of information that I get. I look at the CDC pages. I look at the WHO website. I look at the UN website. You know, I look at other YouTubers and people that are out there like me giving out information to help one another, not to hold each other back, not to criticize people, but to help one another with information that's relevant and helpful. You know, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'll be looking at. That's what I'll be watching. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'll be learning. I'll be learning from them. I'll be getting my information from the Bible. I pray, you know, and that's why I'm so in tune with all this. That's why I'm able to connect and to be aware of the events that are happening and taking place. That's why I'm able to take this stuff seriously and know what it is that needs to be done to prepare for it. You know, they're going to be coming for the guns. You know, everybody got licenses now and think that just because they have a gun that now they could go out and shoot anybody for anything. You know, I mean, seriously, people are not even thinking about, you know, the consequences. You know, why are you being allowed all of a sudden, you know, to have guns? People that have never been allowed to before. And it's so easy to get a gun license now, and you know, to carry, you know, open carry. But you gotta realize the agenda behind this. because now all these people are killing each other, okay, during these harsh times, during this crisis that we're going through, and it's just adding to the fire of what's already happening throughout the country. And they're going to use that as an excuse to come in and try to take your guns. They're already talking about it. The White House already passed a bill talking about they're going to ban the sale of assault rifles. Okay? So, on top of all the other stuff, you know, we have to be prepared as far as being able to defend ourselves, defend our homes, defend our families when they take the water. When they lock everybody down again because of climate change. When they're doing all the things they're doing. It's leading to something greater than what's happening now. And it's all about control. So when they come for your guns, I mean, you gotta be able to defend yourself, right? You gotta be able to defend your home. You know, if you got, stocked up water, stocked up food, and other people don't too, they're gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to take your shit. You need to be prepared to defend yourself and your family too. And it's not only against those that want to eradicate us from the face of this earth, but it's from our own people too. Because they're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna panic, and they ain't gonna have no other option, and they're gonna start robbing and stealing. So we all gotta be careful and prepared. We all gotta do what we gotta do to be prepared for this, so we won't get caught slipping. Because if we get caught slipping, that's how we're going to end up losing this whole thing, and we haven't lost yet, but we got to unite together. We got to unite together and stop all this fighting amongst each other, and come together against those who are the actual enemy. And you guys need to know who the actual enemy is. I don't even need to say that to you up on this video, because you should know. From everything that's going on in the world right now, you people need to know who the actual threat is to us as a whole. It ain't about black against white or against Hispanics against Chinese. It ain't about that. Because it don't matter who you are. If you poor and you ain't part of their group, they're trying to wipe you off the planet. And that goes for you, Hispanics. That goes for the Hebrew Israelites. That goes for the whites, If you poor and you ain't part of their club, like George Carlin said in that video, it's one club and we ain't in it. Y'all need to get ready for this shit, because this shit's about to go down. And I pray for all y'all. All y'all doing what y'all need to do and be safe, I'll drop another video later on. Get back at you with some more information, all right? God bless. Love you all. Peace.